thank you again for listening to this podcast. This is the time where I invite Gary Pacelli back to share a story unrelated to his awakening, because I think it gives you people out there a different, to see him in a different light. And Gary, I think you have an interesting story to tell us. Am I right?
Yeah, I do. It's kind of funny, actually.
Okay.
So
funny is good.
At the time, I was a narcotics detective assigned to a prosecutor's narcotics gang task force. And we had set up this major raid, and it was this was a while back. So the, public housing, the projects at the time, they were still the high-rise buildings,
right?
Which now mostly they're bringing them down to ground level because they're more manageable. But at the time, it was the high-rise buildings, and we had, I think it was around 15 targets that we were going. We had about 75 detectives, So we all broke up after the meeting, and we were going to go into the projects and find our targets. Everybody had their own packet. And I was one of the lead case agents on the, the raid. So I was in the lead van with the SWAT team. And the SWAT commander at the time was a lieutenant and a very good friend of mine. So behind us, we had about 15 vehicles lined up, ready to go. And so we're getting ready. We're waiting for the lieutenant to give the order to go, right? And now all the SWAT guys in the van, they're in the zone now, like they're focused, they're
ready.
They're ready. They're not messing around now, right? And they're all in their gear and their helmets, and and I'm just, probably dressed like I am right now, and I'm having a good time. I'm one of the SWAT guys is a friend of mine, and I keep like messing with him, I'm poking him, and I'm trying to get him to laugh, right? And he's just ignoring me as best he could, but it's getting hard. And the lieutenant, who I'm very good friends with, he's like, Gary, knock it off. And of course, I ignore him, and I keep doing my thing, right? And he tells me again, listen, cut it out, And I'm like, yeah, okay, right? So he finally says, a couple, curse words, you blah, 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 blah. You're going to pay for this. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So with that, he gives the order, right? So we go in all at once, all these vehicles, right? And we pull in, and it's like the running of the bulls in Spain. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Everybody sees us. Everybody starts running. We all jump, out of vans, and we're just chasing people because they're running at this point. You know what I mean? It's just a madness, right? So anyway, I don't realize that I'm in the SWAT van, right? And the SWAT van is higher than the normal vans, right? So when I get out to start chasing somebody, I start running before I hit the ground.
Oh.
So I go down, I hit the ground hard, bang, right? With that, the side door of the van opens up, and now every SWAT member in the van comes running out, and they use me as a step stool, right? So the last one finally steps off me, and I just roll and get up and start chasing somebody, right?
That's
and
funny.
I'm thinking, man, I hope nobody saw that, right? So
you were useful in another way that day.
Yeah. So they did get me back, and what I didn't realize was, like I said, oh no, nobody saw that. I'm good.
Except all the guys who use you as a step.
Yeah, but there was also a surveillance apartment where they had, and they were filming everything. So I didn't live that one down for a while.
Gotcha.
So,
Gary, thanks again. That was you only hear stories of SWAT teams, and you never know that one makes a very good stool. So
yeah, right.
Anyway, thanks again. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.